We got some injuries to start off. We only got 2 games this week. Brandon Ingram is out and Jacoby Walter is out. We also got some injuries on our side too. It's just Bub Carrington. He's out with a strained right hip. 2 to 4 weeks. The Raptors are doing pretty good in their season. Let's see how this shit goes, man. Let's go.
Coming up, live coverage of this Tuesday night NBA game here on 2K Sports. Hello, basketball fans. Brian Anderson here, courtside with Doris Burke and Grant Hill. Our reporter is Allie LaForce. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Toronto. On Thursday, they'll be playing against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns. Then on Saturday, they'll be matching up against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers.
When you look ahead, there are a lot of winnable games, but you really can't think that as a player. You have to take every opponent seriously because this is the NBA. No game is a freebie.
A look at the opening lineup for Washington. Kevin Durant is out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's Johnson. Then there's Nikola Vucevic. And it's Poole in at the 2-guard position. And for the Raptors, Barrett is the 3, and Barnes will play the 4. Grady Dick out there with Emmanuel Quickly.
The Raptors have somewhat of a tough week coming up between the Timberwolves and the Cavs. We got the Cavs this week also before the weekends. And then it turns into February. In February, that's when all the All-Star votes start to really set in. That's when all the, All-Star games and stuff really start to set in as far as the rookie, sophomore, All-Star game, dunk contest, 3-point. All that's coming up. Let's get ready for it.
The point totals he's been posting lately, no question this guy has been giving a superstar effort and has earned this.
First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Johnson passes to Poole. There's the screen by Johnson. Johnson on the wing. Outside Durant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. This one for 3. Drains the triple.
Things are definitely changing in the league. As you've seen, the Suns, they do have a losing record. They're definitely below 500, but they have a little bit of hope. And it's kind of fucked up if you really think about it. But Bradley Beal is injured for the season. He tore his ACL, so they don't have to worry about him being a locker room cancer. Don't have to worry about him being traded, what they're going to get for him, what his value is, none of that stuff. He's just on the bench, on the Suns bench, just healing an injury that's going to last until the offseason. And then when the offseason comes, that's when they can really decide to do what they want to do, as far as making a move to see what his value is, which is probably next to nothing, to be honest. You got a torn ACL, and it was already below what his value's always been. And now you just, you're basically about to trade this man for peanuts if his contract is long enough to survive next season. So, yeah, there's that. That was a great pass. Traore, he's not necessarily stepping all the way up as far as the production Bub Carrington brings, but he's given us something at least. But he's got a long way to go as a rookie.
And the latest update on All-Star voting. Not much time left. Only a couple more days to cast your ballot.
Oh, it's coming down to the wire. Some of these players are sweating it out.
Well, you look at Barrett. With how things stand now, it is voting to get him into the top 10 in the East.
Yeah, much less the starting 5, but he shouldn't let that distract him from the honor of making it onto this list at all.
It's shaping up to be a terrific All-Star weekend. More news to come as we receive it.
I'll tell you, sometimes it's...
As you've seen from last week, the Bulls having Jalen Green is probably one of the best things that could have ever happened to the Bulls since drafting Derrick Rose. Because honestly, they had a 9-game winning streak before we played them. Yes, get that shit out of here, man. But yes, we did beat them after the 9-game winning streak, and then we beat them again after that because we had to play them twice before we played the Lakers last week. But despite us being a good matchup against them, because they really can't guard KD, but despite us being a really good matchup, they're a good matchup towards everyone else, like say the Raptors. I don't know if the Bulls and the Raptors ended up in the series. I honestly can't tell you who's coming out of that one. I don't know. I don't know. Especially if there's any type of injuries, like how Brandon Ingram is out. That's just more incentive for the Bulls to be better. I don't know, bro. I really don't.
An update on how the dunk contest contenders are shaping up. You know what I was just thinking about, fellas? The NBA has lots of bright lights, maybe too bright for some.
Speaking of bright, Ernie, can we wear sunglasses on the set? You know, I'm looking at Shaq's head, and it's really, that wax he put on his head, oh my God, it's just glaring in my eyes.
Well, it deflects away the haters like you, Kenny. Glad to know it's working.
You have any extra, biggin?
You don't need it, Ernie. You always shine.
And taking a closer look at that first half, how about Kevin Durant?
Man, how good has KD been? Playing with confidence, letting the game come naturally to him, and he affects every phase of the game, Shaq.
Making it look so easy. The great ones do that, Kenny.
It's funny, we're in a like different universe technically, so there's different roster moves and all this other stuff happening, but we're still in the same dilemma somewhat in real life and somewhat in this game. I think it's a little bit more extreme in the game. I don't even know if I want to use the word extreme. I think it's a little bit more exaggerated in the game as far as how far we are, because right now we're about to be in February, basically. You know, the end of this week is February 1st. So we're basically about to be in February, and the Bulls are, not the Bulls, excuse me, the Bucks. The Bucks are below 500 and pretty much struggling, even though they got a whole bunch of retool reinforcements on guys that you take a flyer on. You know, this isn't proven guys so much, but just if you got Gigi Jackson, who can, you know, be anything at this point, and you have Jalen Suggs, who, you know, kind of proven his worth, but with new opportunities could be different. You know what I mean? So Giannis has them two, and then you got Kyle Kuzma. And I don't know, man. It's just you got Karis LeVert. I think if they could find that type of streak that the Bulls had, you know, to get on that 9-game winning streak, then maybe they can do something. But, you know, Giannis is like, he's doing stuff at the end of games just to get the team going. And it's crazy because I feel like he realized his trade value is not that it's low, but it's incredibly hard, especially in the apron era, the second apron era. Did a little razzle dazzle before the buzzer beater, you know. Sometimes you gotta fake it here, fake it there. You never really know. Bang, mid range, don't have enough time. I mean, I probably could have went to the rack, but it would have been contested. Not as contested as that mid range.
3 quarters of play and a close one here. It's Washington up 2. And we'll have the start of the 4th quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
Yeah, it's tough. Knowing your value, knowing your worth, knowing what it's going to take for a team to even trade you. There's Kadeem Malawat, rookie, having a little bit more and more playing time and value on the team. Not going to be rookie of the month anytime soon, I don't think, but he's definitely developing as the season goes on. But yeah, I just think that Giannis in real life realized his value and how high it is and what it's going to take for a team to even trade for him, even in his quote unquote, because it's not really old in real life, it's just old in sports. Once you're past 30, it's like, ah, you know, it's 31, it's kind of old, you know what I'm saying? Like, but really has the rest of his life ahead of him. But anyway, yeah, it's just, how many picks, how many players, how much money, you know, which contracts, because the best player on every team doesn't necessarily have the biggest contract. That's definitely on agents. That's definitely on market value during the time that they're signed. You know, things can change. Like even right now, some people could be traded or whatever the case. Certain contracts are constructed to be tradable in the second apron compared to another era where you might have a little bit more money because people can trade that. It's all just real complicated stuff, you know, when it comes to the money. But when you really break it down, you still got to play on the court. And that's where Giannis is at right now. In real life, I mean, like, he's just basically on some, you know, until this complicated stuff gets settled, and it may or may not be in the season. You know what I mean? Like, you can't hold your breath during the season and expect something to happen before February, because it may not. Especially because, you know, the Bucks have leverage. Like, they're trading you. It's not the other way around. So, yeah, he might want to just end the season, you know, finish the season out, and then see what comes up in the offseason, which is probably, honestly, if I'm the Bucks, that's the smartest thing to do. I don't see why you would want. I mean, I don't know what pick they have, because a lot of teams just don't have picks at all. But I just don't see them. I don't see a point in them trying to win a championship at this point with this roster. So this is better just to see what maximum potential that you can get, see what you can get for the off season, see what you want to keep, you know, based off the season that you played, and just keep it pushing. That's really what it is at this point.
Doesn't want to foul here.
Pass to Vucevic. Oh, no good! And so they foul intentionally. And Darko Rajakovic has called a timeout. And a great call on his part. This is the time. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line. And it's a 4-point ball game.
Put a bow on this one. His composure at the line effectively ends it.
So a close game sees Toronto taking this one. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves. But at the end of the day, everyone on their side is happy.
Yeah, happy indeed. The momentum shifted away from them a few times, especially early on. But give these guys credit for sticking with the game plan and finishing the job.
And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Allie LaForce, Grant Hill, and Doris Burke, I'm Brian Anderson saying thanks for tuning in. And now let's take a look at our player of the game, R.J. Barrett.
It was almost like me and KD were taking turns, but, you know, sometimes I play the third, or he'll play the third, I play the first. You know, we've been playing off and on quarters until we meet up in the fourth, and that's just kind of how it looks. RJ Barrett definitely did his thing. Isaiah quickly stepped up when he had Brandon Ingram out, so good for him.
And a look at the starters for the Cavaliers. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. And it's Hunter in at the small forward position. And for Washington, Johnson is out there with Jordan Poole. And it's Durant, and it's Vucevic, and it's Middleton in at the 3. Now here we are, Greg, in the second half of the season. What do you think playoff-bound teams are focusing on right now?
I would say just making sure they keep the momentum heading into the postseason, as well as do everything possible to try to stay healthy.
Mobley misses. And then Durant with the jam.
No, it's funny. I love saying Isaiah quickly, but his name is Emmanuel quickly. I always catch myself saying that. His name should be Isaiah, bro, because it rolls off the tongue, Isaiah quickly. Now I have to like go through like these letter M bumps, Emmanuel. Like, come on, bro, you making your name bumpy and like choppy and shit. Just name yourself Isaiah. It rolls off the tongue, bro. Anyway, Emmanuel quickly stepped up. Good for him. We're going against the Cavs. The Cavs are definitely above 500. These dudes is for real. So this is one of those games where we don't have margin for error. We're just gonna have to do what I have to do type shit. Like, I can't think about it twice. I can't be passive and keep trying to pass the ball and make sure everyone's like, nah, because Donovan Mitchell and Darius Garland are going to be attacking every single possession. Every single possession, bro. And it's going to be up to me and KD to like keep it going. We gotta like basically catch up to the production that they have, basically, or else we're losing, point blank. So we did more or less the same thing, you know.
Welcome, everybody. This game revealing a big disparity in play. What a performance so far for the Cleveland Cavaliers.
They have been so careful with the rock. Smart passes, tight handle on the ball, really speaks to the focus and discipline.
And that defense, try as they might, cannot disrupt their flow. And how about we move it on over for a preview of who we might be seeing in the dunk contest this year.
The voting process will be wrapping up soon. Finally. Excited to see which players make the cut.
Same. In fact, I might suit up and try some dunks I've been working on.
Of the trampoline variety, no doubt.
You've been spying on me, Ernie?
You don't want to know. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And we've got David Aldridge standing by on our sideline with the player of the game. David, it's all yours.
Thanks very much, Donovan. High execution from the team tonight. Did you think the focus was there collectively?
Most definitely. I think, if we don't focus, we might let this game slip away. But for us, it's continuing to plug away. And we're not at our 100% yet. We're not at our best, but we have a lot more things to improve on. But our focus and attention to details really was getting us through.
Looks like you're building towards something special, man. Thanks. Back to you.
All right, DA, thanks again. And that'll wrap it up, folks. So for our report and our analysts, Richard Jefferson and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We thank you for watching tonight's game. And as we leave you, we give you our player of the game, Donovan Mitchell.
Not necessarily back and forth, but we're just taking over quarters and not really getting that much help. You know what I mean? And I told you, 40, 30. It's just them two. We got to keep up with that production, and we couldn't keep up with that production. We ended up losing by 9 points. It is what it is. End up getting Rookie of the Month. There's no one else other than me and Cooper Flagg who has enough production to really get going. Everyone else is starting to get going in their little careers. You know what I mean? Eastern Conference, Western Conference. Me, KD. Me. It's got to be KD in February, or else, like, what are we doing? You feel me? Like, I mean, and then it could be Luka in the next one, too. So at the end of the week, me again, 2 weeks in a row. Can I do 3?